Good morning, Patriots. I'm Tom. Today is Friday, April 13th, and here are your morning announcements. Today is the last day to buy prom tickets. Wanted. First block students to take behind-the-wheel training on both red and blue days starting April 23rd. If interested, please see Miss Waters, Wicks, or Miss Jordan in the driver's ed office near the media center. In sports news, girls soccer beat Monticello 5-0 yesterday, and boys soccer won 6-0. Speaking of winning, the boys baseball team beat Monticello 9-4 because we're the best at everything. Now here's the education coordinator, Ali, with Miss Ratliff about next week's sign-up.
So tell us about your job and what led you here.
So I'm Miss Ratliff, and I have always been in education. I taught high school English for quite a few years, and since then I've been working in elementary school, and I just wanted to get back to working with high schoolers. I've worked with UVA admissions for a while, and so I was kind of familiar with that sort of bridge between high school and college, and it was just a perfect combination of those things.
So what are the benefits of going to VCC?
I think for a lot of people, the financial benefit is the one thing that stands out immediately. It's about 1/3 of the cost of most of the four-year colleges and universities in Virginia. And it's also local, so people are able to live at home or continue working in the area and still go to PVCC and get pretty quality education. I think there's also a good range of opportunities there. So there are one-year certificates up to 3-year healthcare programs, and then there is what you've probably heard of with guaranteed admission with the Virginia colleges. So you go 2 years to PVCC, you have a certain GPA, you take certain courses, and you're guaranteed transfer into a 4-year college or university after that.
So how does an AHS student sign up for PVCC?
So the first thing to do is come to see me, and I'm here in guidance in 103D, and if I'm not in this office, Miss Washington usually knows where I am. Sometimes I'm in the library. So that's kind of the first step, and then next week PVCC is going to be on campus here to do on-site registration. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that is April 17th through 19th, they will be here to register students for classes. But before students can register, they need to have an application on file, which takes about 10 minutes. They can do that with me. And they also may need to have placement tests done in English and math.
So tell us a little bit more about the placement testing.
So there's an English test and there's a math test. And students may be exempt from one and not the other, perhaps. Students may have placed through GPA or SAT scores, but they may want to test to try for higher placement so that they could get into a certain class, depending on the degree they're doing. The tests are untimed. The math test is kind of like those MAP tests. It gets harder as you go along. It responds to you, so it's different lengths for different people. And there are lots of practice tests online. If you see any of these flyers, there's a link here that takes you to the sign up for testing, and that can be done. We're actually offering one today here at AHS in the library, but it can also be done at PVCC at their testing center. You can just walk in and take the test there. Those test scores are good for, I believe, 5 years. So if you think you're going to take a gap year, you might go back to PVCC later at some point. It's a good idea to take the test now while you're still in school. You're in English classes, you're in math classes. I think some people come back in a couple years and try to register at PVCC, and they have to take it, and they've been out of school for a while. So it's not a bad idea to just get it done now if you think that PVCC might be an option for you later.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Ratliff, for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
This is a Ryan Little production.